Many poultry farmers often wonder if broilers and layers can share the same space. At first, it seems like a clever idea. After all, both are chickens, and keeping them together might save money, space, and time. But as simple as it sounds, mixing broilers and layers is not that straightforward. The way these two bird types grow, feed, and behave is completely different, and those differences affect everything from health to production and profit. With rising feed costs, limited land, and strict biosecurity challenges, every farmer wants to make the most of what they have. That's why it's important to understand exactly when and how broilers and layers can share a farm, and when they absolutely should not. In this video, we're going to look at all the possible scenarios: when they live in the same house, when they live in separate houses on the same farm, and when they are managed in completely different farms. By the end of this video, you'll know which setup fits your farm best, how to design your layout for better results, and what mistakes to avoid if you want healthy birds and stable profits. So, let's start with the basics, understanding the real difference between broilers and layers, and why that difference matters more than most farmers think. Before deciding whether broilers and layers can share space, you must first understand how different they are. Both are chickens, yes, but they are bred for completely different purposes. Broilers are meat birds. They are designed to grow fast, reach market weight in just 6 to 8 weeks, and then they're gone. Their entire management is focused on fast growth, muscle development, and feed conversion. Layers, on the other hand, are long-term birds. They are raised for eggs and can stay on the farm for over a year and a half. Their management is focused on calcium intake, shell quality, light exposure, and stress control. When you place these two types of birds in the same environment, for example in the same house or in the same room, conflicts naturally appear. Feed becomes a problem, light management becomes confusing, and stress spreads fast. What looks like a simple combination ends up becoming a constant struggle to meet two opposite needs under one roof. That's why it is nearly impossible to rear broilers and layers in the same house or room. The first issue is feeding. Broilers and layers cannot eat the same diet. Broilers need feed that helps them grow fast, while layers need feed that supports continuous egg production. If they both eat broiler feed, the layers will become overweight, their egg quality will drop, and some may even stop laying completely. If they both eat layer feed, the broilers will grow slowly, stay weak, and consume more feed without gaining enough weight. In the end, both sides lose. Disease control also becomes a nightmare. Broilers are raised for a short time and usually produce more waste in a short period. The litter becomes damp and ammonia levels rise quickly. Layers are more sensitive to this and easily develop respiratory problems when the air quality drops. Mixing both groups in one house means the disease risk doubles, and once an infection starts, it spreads through the entire flock in no time, and it becomes worse with layers. Keeping broilers and layers together in one house can be possible for very small backyard systems with only a few birds on free-range system, but it is not suitable for any serious production system. Let's see the second scenario, keeping broilers and layers on the same farm but in separate houses. This is a better approach compared to keeping in the same coop. This system allows you to take advantage of shared resources without sacrificing bird health or productivity. You can use the same source of water, one feed storage area, and even the same power system for lighting, but each group of birds gets its own space that meets its specific needs. The most important rule in this arrangement is to create enough distance between the two houses. A gap of about 30 to 50 meters is ideal because it helps prevent diseases from spreading through air or water. The space also allows good air movement so that dust, feathers, and ammonia from one house do not reach the other. When possible, position the houses in the same direction as the wind, but make sure the broiler house is downwind from the layer house. That way, if there is any contamination, it won't blow toward your layers, which are usually more sensitive. Biosecurity must be taken seriously. Each house should have its own cleaning tools, feeders, drinkers, and protective clothing, and if possible, its own workers. But even if you have the same workers moving between houses, though it is not advisable, they should always disinfect before entering a new area. Foot baths, hand washing points, and clear walkways help reduce risks. When you separate the birds but keep them on the same farm, you also make management easier. You can schedule feeding, vaccination, and cleaning at different times based on each flock's needs. You can compare performance records and identify which flock is more profitable without confusion. Broilers can be marketed in cycles every 2 months, while layers continue producing eggs daily. This balance helps stabilize income throughout the year. For larger or commercial scale operations, keeping broilers and layers on completely separate separate farms is often the best solution. This approach gives each flock a dedicated environment, which makes management much easier and greatly reduces the risk of disease spreading from one type of bird to another. When each farm is specialized, everything from feeding schedules to lighting, ventilation, and waste management can be optimized for that particular flock without compromise. Broiler farms are usually located near processing facilities or transport routes because the birds have a short production cycle and need to be sold quickly. Layer farms, on the other hand, are often positioned near markets for eggs or near residential areas, as the birds stay for a longer period and produce daily. By separating the farms, farmers can plan logistics and resources more effectively, ensuring that each operation runs smoothly. The main advantage of having separate farms is biosecurity. Diseases like Newcastle, Gumboro, and avian influenza can devastate a flock if they spread between different types of birds. When farms are apart, even if one flock becomes infected, the other is safe. This separation also allows for more specialized training of workers, as staff can focus on the specific needs of either broilers or layers without having to switch between two very different management routines in the same place. There are, however, some challenges to this system. Running multiple farms requires more investment, careful planning, and competent supervisors at each location. Feed and equipment need to be duplicated, and transportation between sites must be carefully organized. Despite these costs, the long-term benefits, including consistent production, healthier birds, and reduced mortality, usually outweigh the initial investment. Keeping broilers and layers on separate farms is the professional standard for serious poultry operations. It allows each type of bird to thrive under the conditions they were bred for, maximizes productivity, and protects your investment from avoidable losses. When deciding how to keep broilers and layers, it is important to compare all the scenarios and understand the advantages and challenges of each. Keeping both types of birds in the same house is nearly impossible if you are serious. Keeping broilers and layers on the same farm but in different houses offers a balanced approach. This system works well for small to medium scale farms and allows you to manage growth cycles and egg production efficiently. Keeping broilers and layers on separate farms is the most secure and professional option. Each farm can focus entirely on the specific needs of its flock, which maximizes productivity and reduces disease risk. While it requires higher investment, more management oversight, and duplicate equipment, it provides long-term stability and higher profits, especially for commercial scale operations. In every scenario, management strategies play a critical role. Workers should understand the specific requirements of each bird type, follow consistent cleaning and feeding routines, and respect biosecurity protocols. Equipment and clothing should not be shared between flocks without proper disinfection, and the layout of houses should allow good ventilation and drainage. By understanding these differences and applying the right management strategies, farmers can make smart decisions that protect both their birds and their investment. If you're serious about starting and running a successful poultry farm, check out my online store where you can download everything you need as a beginner to get started easily and avoid learning the hard way. The link is in the description below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more practical poultry tips. I'll see you in the next video on your screen.